Yeah, one of my favourite things in the world is obviously touring on a Harley and getting out of the city and getting away, breeze, fresh air on the Harley-Davidson. I mean, does life get any better than that? I'm just saying, for me. Anyway, we're going to talk about luggage. So let's talk about luggage. Let's talk about how we, what luggage to buy, what suits you. Everybody's different. We've all got different requirements. I've got an array of luggage that I use, stuff that I've bought over the years. That's what I love about Harleys too, is the stuff doesn't really go out of fashion either. For those that are fashion conscious, to me it's luggage. I don't really care, so long as it's black and it suits the bike, then it doesn't really matter. But let's have a look at some of the stuff that I've got and how that's going to fit on the bike. So we're going to kit we could do a tour of Australia on this, the way I'm going to kit this up. And I'm going to show you essentially how I would deck it all out, where they go on the bike, and what's the best way to fix them to the bike, in my opinion. So let's check it all out. Obviously the Road King, I think all the touring models, or most of the touring models, comes out with the saddlebags, all right? So we've got saddlebags on the bike. They are the deep saddlebags. You know, the deep really is more for aesthetics. I mean, you can probably fit some extra stuff in that, but let's just take a quick look inside. They're now a quick release saddlebag, which is pretty cool. But you can lock that closed literally with one finger. That lifts up, and that's it. So we close it back up, and nice and easy like that. We push it and it's locked closed. They're the standard saddlebags, right? So that comes standard, that's pretty obvious. But let's talk about some of the additional stuff. So we're going to start with the bad boy, the big bad boy, right? So I don't know what they call this guy, but this is the bag I'm referring to. So I don't have a bench or anything, so I've just stuck it on my work seat. So this guy is awesome. I mean, I'm just going to do a 360 of this, but an awesome bag. Again, can't remember how much I paid for this one. This one I've had for a couple of years now. So I have done a little bit of touring with this bag. It's held up extremely well, very well constructed, very well built. You've got it's understated, you've got the Harley-Davidson logo, of course, right in the center of the bag there. And I'll have to check the literage. I'm actually not sure of how many litres this bag is, but it holds a hell of a lot of stuff. So let's check it out. We'll unzip the main pocket here. Okay, so in the guts of the main bag, I mean, it's huge. That is huge. That is so big. If I put my arm in there, I don't know if that gives it any clarity, but that sort of shows you I'm putting my whole arm in there. Like it's huge, and you can obviously build it right up and then just close the lid over the top. That's the other thing I've got to say while I'm here. I won't go on about this too much, but the zips. The Harley-Davidson zips, I don't know if you've seen them before, if you've got Harley-Davidson luggage, they are a contoured zip. They are designed that way so that they're easy to open when you've got gloves on your hands. Nice big sturdy handle to pull it, grab it. This particular bag also has, I'll unzip this guy, a bit like your traveling luggage. You can pull that out. It actually does have wheels on it, so if we check it out from here, you might have seen that when I zoomed around earlier. You do have the wheels on it, so you can actually just clip it straight off and roll it up to your motel or wherever you are staying for the night. Front pocket, again for extra storage. Again in here, which is awesome. That needs a bit of a clean out. On the side, let's have a look at the side. As we get around the side here, we've got sunscreen 50 plus, there you go, Australian weather for you. Okay, so this here is a weatherproof bag. Hit the unfortunate rain and you are covered, right? So the whole bag then now becomes waterproof, which is fantastic. All the Harley luggage bags generally have those raincoats that tuck into the bags. Again, that's what makes them so awesome. You don't have to find it. It is permanently attached to the bag. You unzip it, you pull the raincoat out and spread it up over the bag. And then, those strings around it, you just pull them tight, whatever they're called. And then your bag's now waterproof. It's awesome. So that's a big bad boy. Let's jump on to the next bag. Next bag is going to be this little guy, which is the baby brother or baby sister of that one. Again, same style, same matching, Harley-Davidson logo in the middle. Zip structure is the same. I've already unzipped it so it doesn't spin around on me. Excuse all the stuff inside. They're sort of hand warmers and heat warmers. But anyway, enough luggage wise, I don't know, do not exceed 11.3 kilos or something, whatever that warning is. But it does take a lot of stuff. I think you can actually even put a helmet in that. That will actually fill a full face helmet. So if we jump around this side, you're going to see what I was talking about earlier, which is the raincoat. Okay, so again, raincoat. They all have the raincoat. That tucks straight over the top of it to make this guy waterproof. I'm going to show you where that fits in just a moment. Let's check out the next bag. So this next bag actually goes in conjunction with the original saddles, these deep saddles that come on the touring bikes, which is, you know, the Road King, the Street Glide, Road Glide. It's what they call a saddlebag liner. So it's a liner bag. So let's just check that out. That's this guy. So there's two of those in the pack. Not much to look at. I mean, it's just really a liner bag. It is shaped, if you notice there, the same as the saddlebag shape. So it has that sort of angular shape to it, so it's designed to slot into that saddle. You know, again, just keeping it closed. I've just got a sloppy Joe or a jumper in there at the moment, but you can chock that full of stuff, and then you can just slot it straight into your saddle. So again, when you arrive at your destination, all you got to do is open the saddle, pull your luggage bag out, and head off into your motel room. One of the other bags that I do have that I will tour with sometimes, but not all the time. This is it here. So it's really not much to look at. Again, pretty understated. You've got all the zips as per the other luggage. You've got the you know, the insignia there. The nice strong handle here on top, again, to pick up the backpack. You've got a couple of drink bottle holders. I mean, that's what I use them for on the side here. Let's just do a quick 360 on this guy. I'll just stop around the back here. Around the back, obviously these straps, like a typical backpack. You can actually unclip these and unclip these guys down here. And you can, from the top here, you can actually undo that Velcro and tuck those arms away. So if you don't want those, you can actually fix this straight to the bike. That's what I love about this bag. The padding is awesome. So it's a very, very high quality padding. So if you're touring around, I actually have used on a recent trip to the States, Europe earlier in the year. We do a little bit of travel. That is one of the bags that I will actually just take with me. That'll be my onboard luggage. I love that backpack pack. It's comfortable to carry. It carries a lot of stuff. If we have a look at the pocket inside here, you know, we can slip a laptop in there, iPad, we can do all of that. We've got room here. I'm gonna have stuff in here, but you know, you'll have to excuse me, it's a bit hard to see, but the depth of them is huge. You can put a lot of stuff, speakers, whatever your earphones, headbuds, whatever they're called, earbuds, headphones, you know, whatever you need. Heaps of stuff, jumpers, clothes, whatever you want. But the awesome thing about that bag, again, it does have the rain jacket. So down the bottom, like all their Harley luggage, as I explained, again, there's your rain jacket, that lives in there. So again, the whole backpack becomes waterproof. If you are using this bag for touring, or even if you're just walking around, I suppose, hiking, if you do that sort of stuff. You can tell by looking at me that I hike a lot. So I love this thing. So anyway, you can use it on the bike. I will use it on the bike sometimes, but not all the time. That other stuff is that I've just run through with the other bags. We're going to show you how that works right now. Okay, so here we are, guys. I'm going to bend down, it's quite low. What we're going to do now is we're going to kit the bike out with all of this luggage, and we're going to put it all on the bike, and let's see how it looks. A couple of things you're going to need that I take. Cable ties. If you don't know what a cable tie is, that's a cable tie. Plastic, I don't know, I think we call them cable ties all over the world. I'm not sure, in Australia we do. And of course, your snips, whatever you call these, wire snippers, cable snippers, whatever. Get a pair of snippers so you can cut these guys. I always travel with these. All the luggage has buckles. It's not that great, is the long and short of it. So we put these guys on there, put them through the loops, we put them around the bars, and we just pull them tight. You know, a pair of pliers even is good to have. Multi-grips, pliers, whatever you call it. It's fixed really tight. That luggage is going nowhere. This stuff will not break. And there's your thing, snip it off. Off comes your bag when you arrive. Take enough of them with you, it's not a big deal. And then in the morning, you just reaffix it. This is the big bag, the one we looked at earlier. Okay, so we're gonna zip that up. This guy here is gonna go onto the rack. Again, if you looked at the earlier video, you know, when I was talking about the hammock seat, I was talking about the rack that I bought. You know, this guy's going to go onto that rack, and I got the bigger rack purposely for that bag because I wanted enough real estate. You'll notice all down here, and I'll show you very quickly, you know, that they all have these secure rings, the Harley luggage, or the bigger luggage does. I've actually broken one off this, as you can see. So we're going to go straight through this loop, straight up around. So that bag now is fixed, it's going nowhere. So we've got the cable ties on. We're going to snip that little bit off there. That you know, that bag's pretty sturdy. It's probably got a little bit of slide, but anyway, we're gonna tighten that up a little bit. Now let's have a look at the next bag. Okay, so we're going to whack him on there. This is if I'm touring solo, by the way. Of course, I'll just use the fitting seat, which is what I love about that hammock seat. You've got so much real estate here on the back. Cable tie that down. We can actually even cable tie these things. These rings are meant to join together. You know, again, I'm not a great fan of that. We can join the two rings here. I prefer to do it by cable tie. In my opinion, the valuables that you're carrying, everyone's got valuables, right? And in my case, you know, I've got some expensive stuff. You know, on that bike when I travel, I will have probably nearly $10,000 worth of equipment. Now, I could be parked in maybe some areas that aren't that great. Expensive stuff. All the stuff that you've got that, you know, you want secure should be going in the saddles. The saddles are lockable. They're hard cased, so they're waterproof by standard. They don't need a bag over the top of them. They're just waterproof. You know, kudos to Harley for that design. And they're lockable. You can lock them up, and you know, they're just harder to get at. Sorry, I just lost the battery. That was really smart. Anyway, where I was going with that was I was saying that you want all of the expensive stuff in your lockables. Yeah, that's where you want to put them because they're harder to get at. They're just harder to get at. You can lock them up and you can feel a little bit safe, at least if you're just going somewhere to grab some lunch and someone's going to come across and decide to raid your bike. All of my clothes and things that I would deem to be replaceable. I mean, everything's replaceable, but you know, they're clothes, right? So if that stuff got stolen, goes in the stuff that is on the top. So the soft bags, the other Harley luggage that is mounted to the, you know, the rack and all the rest of it. So again, not lockable, although I suppose you could probably put padlocks, little travel padlocks on the bags if you wanted to. However, you know, they can cut them and run away with the bag, really. I mean, let's face it. So very quickly, there's enough gear on there that, you know, we can travel with that sort of setup 2 weeks, 3 weeks, very comfortably for me. Maybe some of you even more than that. The weather, obviously, if you're traveling in winter, depending on where you are in the world, you know, different climates, you know, you've got thicker jackets, you've got stuff like that. This stuff takes up a lot of real estate in these bags. We're lucky not to have to deal with a lot of that in Australia, so we do get some cold weather, yes. But, you know, I mean, I'm in Sydney, we don't snow here, so, and there's your setup. Safe riding, happy travels.